So just a quick mention, as you can tell, I shaved my goatee. Just thought of a change for it, but there will be a bit of whiplash with that when CSDX gameplay returns, hopefully in 2024. Secondly, it looks like it's a bit of a different height here than the last video. Simply put, I got a new chair for, also for CSDX gameplay, but also for like, hopefully it'll help with my back and neck problems, but we'll see soon enough. Where I can just like, instead of lounging on the bed and breaking my damn neck the way I lie down, I can just use the chair. Anyway, onto the video. Sound check. Hey guys, this is CSDX, but you can call me Sean, and given the topic of today, you're probably wondering if this video is sponsored. No, we're not there yet. Video game commercials. What the hell do I even say that hasn't been said already? Well, aside from how they're pretty much unskippable ads that we've been fine with for ages, even though the reason people hate us on the internet are due to data collection from companies invading your privacy. Ironically, that's causing people to make content to suffer. Why do you think everyone uses Patreon? Actually, you know what? I won't say anything else. For once, I'll just go right into this. Please do not expect this too often. I'm not sure if I'll do it like this again. So, what are we looking at first? Oh, Pac-Man 2! I loved that game as a kid, and as an adult, the nostalgia wore off so easily that it's as if it were immune to drugs. It's interesting, as the game has you controlling a cursor of sorts to direct Pac-Man where to go, with very mixed results, so I'm curious as to how they'll advertise this.
So, you got friends, but imagine if you had one special friend.
Hi, I'm your buddy.
Oh great, I actually hate this. Like no, seriously, screw this commercial. The commercial has a kid making a special kid drink rotten milk, slaps a kick me sign on his back, tries to lure him around with grody underwear, advertises this game as saying Pac-Man will keep coming back despite all the abuse. They literally use the term abuse! And it ends off with a piece of ish making the special kid try to get the game from a rabid dog ready to tear his hole a new one. I am being personally attacked by a commercial that came out when I was 5 years old. Okay, so that's 2 times this game has made my day terrible, arguably one of the worst starts to a video I've ever had in my life. What's next though? Mega Man Zero! These are commercials from Japan for the Mega Man Zero series on Game Boy Advance, and I'd argue each one tells a story that ties to the respective game. The first one has Zero saving CL from a bunch of soldiers, albeit a bit exaggerated from the actual game, but still so damn cool to see. The second one has Zero captured by one of the bosses of the game, and upon seeing it target CL and the rest of the resistance, he powers up in a yellow form, teasing the fact that forms were introduced into this entry, as well as a whip weapon that is basically the chain rod. That is still also so very cool. The third one, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a bit of a hard time finding the connection, but if I had to wager a guess, Zero's damaged body seems to tease that his body is not what it seems, on top of him being a tired and weary fighter. The fourth one? The fourth one just outright says it's the last entry, with Zero's black and white outline self fading away into dust. You know, I never expected to analyze these commercials like that, but I guess that just shows how much I love the Mega Man Zero series. Hell, when the Zero ZX Legacy Collection came out, I only stopped playing to take a long ass break when I almost beat ZX. I only got burnt out after plowing through like 5 full games, 6 if you count the second time I had to go through Mega Man Zero to get any Cyber Elves I missed so I could get the Special Cyber Elf, and only after that did I need to focus on other stuff. I still highly recommend this collection more than you will ever know. I also love how the commercials here use anime scenes. I would have loved to see an actual anime based on this property, whether it be an OVA or a full series. The manga can stay untranslated. I take that back immediately. That actually looks friggin' badass and scary. You know, maybe I should look for commercials that no one has ever really talked about. Maybe ones that are a bit niche. How about Golden Sun? that was meant to be a Golden Sun commercial, right? Because I feel like you could put literally anything else at the end of that commercial and nothing would be different. Well, turns out there's a shorter version that outright says verbally at the end that yes, this is a commercial for Golden Sun. Damn, no wonder it's considered a niche series. What about its sequel, The Lost Age? It screams Lord of the Rings to me, as apparently the hooded figure summons a dragon that completely destroys their boat. How do I know this? Because of this genuinely funny interaction after the gameplay shows.
Thought you were going to summon some wind. Shut up.
I'm sorry, that's just freaking funny. The Dark Dawn commercial, however, is not. How does it go? Well, an entire family is injured beyond belief. They ask their son to take the dog out, but the son is a lazy good-for-nothing who senses the Jinn, monsters in the series that help the player out, to do it for him despite the clear as day environment showing that has never worked even once. I feel like this commercial is why this series has been dead for so long. Who'd buy a game that'd tell you you will hurt your loved ones when you use your Jinn? You know what? I think I'm looking at too many retro game commercials. How about we look at something more recent, such as Devil May Cry 5? Could I be any more like Chandler Bing? May Matthew Perry rest easy. Okay, they're doing some mundane tasks. I think I know where this is going. Yep, called it.
There is.
I also love this bit where the mom here just unloads on the vegetables she's trying to chop, and her family is just stunned in disbelief. I'm sure it's a tired trope, but I don't care, it's funny to me. I then tried to see if DMC Devil May Cry, aka a good game no matter what you say, shoosh please, thank you, has a commercial, but I can't seem to find any on YouTube, just the trailers. I want to keep this strictly for commercials, so sorry DMC Devil May Cry. Maybe when we look specifically at trailers, whenever that may be. Ah, here's a nostalgia commercial for me. Always loved the milk commercials. These kids keep trying to do the same jump in a Mario 64 remake because you can't expect them to believe that this was the original when the 90s were all low poly models. People even thought Lara Croft's PS1 model specifically was hot. And when the kids give up and forget to turn the console off, Mario escapes a TV and drinks so much milk that it gives him the Mega Mushroom effect at least 8 years before the Mega Mushroom was a thing, and climbs the floating blocks to nowhere actually. Okay, maybe nostalgia doesn't help much here either. I still think it's neat though. Actually, speaking of Lara Croft, why don't we look at a commercial for Tomb Raider?
21.
I think I've become even more of a feminist now more than ever, and I am 100% tons more ashamed to be a man. Oh hell yeah, the Sonic commercial shown off in Sonic Jam. I especially love this Sonic 3 one. Someone holding the game is subjected to endless running through all sorts of environments, including underwater, where they can't breathe until they somehow let go of it. They're supposed to be selling a game and not a curse. This Sonic CD one though, I'm not a big fan of CD, but this commercial is one of the best looking and most badass ones I've seen in ages. Why doesn't ours look like that? Instead, we got a lab where scientists are studying 2 different hedgehogs for Sonic Adventure 2, and the one portraying Shadow completely devours an entire living cow. I may eat beef sometimes, but cows rule. I've even seen posts of people relaxing with a cow and petting them and just enjoying the farm. I want to cuddle with a cow like that. Seriously, I actually would love to hug a cow. Like, I think they would enjoy that. Like, they're big, they're huggable, I'm sure. Cows rule. You know, I think I went a bit off track there, but hey, I got an idea. Let's look at commercials for games so bad that they would melt the frickin' sun. Battleland Wonderworld? Oh, thank God, I didn't want to eradicate humanity. Now, I'm not sure how long this has all gone on for because I'm only recording the visuals now before I do the audio. But I ain't gonna lie, I want to end this off soon because I don't feel like I'm doing a good job in reviewing these commercials. Maybe this is how Cadicris felt when he ended up doing his videos less as reviews and more as just talking around about video games. Regardless, given that it's the holiday season, or at least it was, and recording this on Christmas Eve, now that seasonal depression has stopped sapping the life out of me and afflicting my work. What did it say on the screen? I wanted to end this by talking about 3 holiday commercials that I enjoy a ton, but one of them is very, very important to me. Okay, so the first one is purely based on nostalgia. A snowman comes into a house to warm up, is presented with a hot bowl of chicken noodle soup, and as he eats it, it turns out it's a boy the whole time. It's cute, it markets how Campbell's suit can warm anyone up, and years ago I begged Doug Walker to talk about it in a commercials video. I am so sorry. The second is the famous M&M's one, where Red and Yellow try to leave Santa M&M's as a sacrifice of their kin will stave off their vengeful god for another day. And when they find Santa, shocked to learn that he exists, Santa in turn is actually surprised to learn that the M&M people exist. I like that, a mythical figure wondering if another figure is real or not. I think that's really clever. I also thought for years Santa said, "I do exist," in response with the M&Ms, so I never was able to properly appreciate this commercial. Lastly, the most important one of them all, well to me anyway, Cheerios. Please hear me out. The commercial involves a grandma talking to the baby grandkid about their family being far apart all across the country, maybe even across the world. And as the little baby starts to get sad, the grandma says this.
Oklahoma, I think. New York City. Way out in Hawaii.
Oh, but no matter where Grandma lives, we'll always be together for Christmas.
So, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Obviously, seasonal depression was part of why I felt so crappy during this month. But, part of it is also because, as some may know, my mother passed away due to a heart attack resulting from drug abuse and cigarette smoking. Basically, complications from that in August of 2007. Exact date unknown, date of her being discovered was August 13th, 2007, to be more exact. I remember it being that date because my father, I remember he called me. He didn't know how to say it, so he just said it, that my mother was dead. And who knows, I may end up having this video up by the time the, for lack of a better term, anniversary happens, but on the 26th of December in 2018, my dad passed away due to liver failure. He wasn't able to get his medication for whatever reason, probably an insurance issue. And it is astonishing how long he managed to last. But obviously he couldn't last forever. Just to clarify, it wasn't entirely due to his alcoholism. Although that did contribute to it because in 2003 he had gotten a new liver. So essentially he was living on borrowed time. And I wanted to try to find a way to have something to be put up on that day talking about this, but I felt it might be better to just talk about this at the end of this because the holidays can be a great time of the year. But for a lot of people, they just suck. For one reason or another, it's not a great time for them. And the reason I bring up my parents is because it is a time that I look forward to every single year for most of my life. Has kind of become something I don't look forward to because of the depression that sets in and the desire to see my parents again. To try and not break down into a complete blubbering mess. There is so much that I want to tell them. There is so much that I want to be able to hear from them. Even if it's stuff I've already heard from them, I want to hear that they love me. I want to hear how proud they are of me. And I wish, not just wish, I would give up everything just to hug them one more time. So, despite some falling outs I've had with people here and there, despite the situation with my sister where I haven't talked to her in a couple of years, but I still love and miss her dearly, but like hazing, bullying, I'm not gonna get into that spiel. I beg of each and every one of you watching this, not only should you not let the last time you see a loved one be a negative situation, be like a falling out, be whatever like that. Please, for the love of God, spend as much time as you can with your loved ones. Whether it's your parents, if they were good to you, whether it's your siblings, whether it's your best friend, whether it's the love of your life, cherish every single moment with them. Because you're never gonna know when they'll just be gone, and you may be living to regret it. So I ask that you make the time for them. Make enough time for them, do what you can, and of course respect their space. If they feel a bit overwhelmed with you hanging out with them, that's completely understandable. But like, especially if your parents were good to you, give them a call. Give them a text, if they know how to text. No, better yet, do give them a call. I know anxiety can be tough, but like, they will be very happy to hear your voice. In fact, if they're in the area, take them out to lunch. Give them a talk with them for a while you're enjoying food wherever. And of course, the same could be said with your friends, your other loved ones, your love of your life, etc. Again, because there is a chance that you will have one final moment with them and not know it until it is too late. So with this, I say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I hope your Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, was the best time of the year for you. And just take care and be safe. I'll see you in the new year. Love you all.